Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Abriana. Abriana is from North Carolina in the USA. So let's see what Abriana has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Abriana. I'm very well. How are you today?
I'm good.
Wow, nice to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time on Sunday morning for the interview.
Yeah, for sure.
So how's your day been so far?
Good. I just got up, took care of the dogs, and that's about it.
Amazing. Abriana, just before we start the game, just tell me, where are you from?
I am from Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Right. And what do you do for a living?
I am a horse business strategist. So I work with horse businesses on their branding and their content strategy and their marketing and all that kind of stuff.
Wow, I was reading a little bit about the website. And what do you like the most about your job?
I like seeing the sheer variety of ideas come to fruition and people getting excited about the businesses that they have created and, really working hard and having this broad vision and working towards that. So I just love that whole process.
I see. But it's all about horses.
It is all about the horses, yes.
I see. And what's the most frequent clients that come after you? To grow up their business? What's the main fact that they come to look for your support?
Yeah. A lot of them are struggling with their online presence. They're struggling with showing up on social media, their websites. They have their business and their real life, but they're not sure how to convey that online. And we all know you can get so many more customers if you are online. I mean, that's how we got connected. You can network. You can reach people you would never be able to if you were able to portray yourself and your value online in a spectacular way. So that is normally what they're struggling with, and that is my specialty. So I'm able to help them, coach them through executing that and allowing that to translate into their larger vision.
I see. Right, so before we start the game, just tell me something interesting about yourself.
Okay, something interesting. Like I said before, it's all about the horses. So I have two full-size horses. They're called Tennessee walking horses. Their names are Coco and Maestro. And then I have a miniature horse, and his name is Encore, and he's a character in my children's books.
Wow. So through the interview, I'm gonna explore a little bit about your book as well. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Okay, Abriana, so welcome to William and the Magic Box. My lovely box full of random fun questions. Okay, I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to dance a little bit before the first question. Are you ready?
Okay.
And I'd like to let you know as well, through the interview, there is a question that when I pick a question, there is any question you don't have an answer for, you don't want to answer, I always can change another one. Okay, it's very friendly and chilled. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Oh, I like your moves. Right, let's go for the first question.
Okay.
What do you like to cook the most?
Ooh, what do I like to cook the most? Any recipe I can find on Instagram. I love seeing the new recipes and all these beautiful pictures. And I'm like, ooh, let me see if I have the ingredients.
Are you more of a savory or a sweet person?
I am more of a savory person. I am.
Always been?
Not always, no. I do like to bake too, but recently I've been trying to cut down on sugar and stuff like that. So I'm leaning towards the savory side.
Great, very good. Another question for you. Let's do it. Right, next question for you is, what makes you the saddest?
What makes me the saddest? I get sad when I see other people sad. So, I try to help, it's, that kind of thing when someone asks you like, what's wrong? And then you cry, you were holding it together until someone asked you what's wrong. Like, I get sad when I see other people sad.
Oh, I understand you. I understand sometimes as well. It's like being compassionate. When you see someone, like, you can see the person is not right. It's impossible for you not to get affected. It's impossible for you not to kind of put yourself in their shoes as well.
Exactly.
Even if you don't know the person.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Totally agree. Next question. Let's do it. Right. Before the next question, you know that since last year, I think the whole world been facing a challenging time, regarding COVID-19. For you, what's the most positive part you took out of this year, and what's the most negative part you suffered the most?
The most positive thing is I think this gave a lot of people, whether willingly or not, the opportunity to just stop, and just stop, take a minute, sit down, stay at home, think about the things that you want to do in your life. Like the Home Depot and the home improvement stores were sold out of stuff because people were able to do projects in their own home, things that they had been putting off for so long because they were so busy ripping and running. So I think the best thing that came from that was everyone was able to just take a break for a second and kind of recalibrate and figure out what was important to them. The worst thing, obviously, were the lives lost, sometimes from insensible acts, and, the lack of trust or follow directions, just because of how things are transmitted. And having a degree in something health related, it's, I was able to understand how all of this happens. And, it was just kind of frustrating seeing people not believe, the effects of this and people suffering because of it.
It's interesting you say about the positive part, because I put myself in this category. I'll tell you something now. My life always been very proactive. I was literally going home to sleep. Literally. I always find so much things to do. I was working, gym, cinema, meeting friends, social life. And to be honest to you, if I didn't go through that, if I was literally locked, in my at home, this project I'm working right now, I wouldn't be able to start it out, because I was so busy with my life, with everything, that I wouldn't find this creativity, that genuine creativity came out. And I remember the day when I went for a run and when this idea, I was like, oh my God, that's something that I want to do for life. And I remember exactly the moment. And if I wasn't locked, in myself, but to be honest, I've never been so down in my life as well as I think the whole world, you know what I mean? We're not expecting that, we're not prepared for that. And I remember sometime in the beginning, I was calling friends and just open us, I'm feeling anxious for some, I'm not able to be myself. And I remember in the beginning, friends were calling me and said, William, are you okay? I'm just checking out because you're always being very proactive, or, I'm a bit worried about it. No, I'm okay, I'm fine. But actually, after a while, I wasn't fine, But look in a positive way, I'm so grateful. Of course, besides the negativity, the sadness that the world's facing, but the positive side, I'm grateful because I wouldn't be able to get this creativity out of it if I wasn't locked. I totally agree. I understand what you said. Good one. Next question for you is, what's the happiest day in your life so far, and why you consider that?
Okay. Happiest day in my life. Okay. Happiest day in my life was when I got my miniature horse, because he was like this big. He was just a baby. And we brought him home and I could pick him up, and he was just so precious and cute. And he was just so brave, with the bigger horses. He was just like, hey. So, fast forward 2.5 years, he's brought so much joy to my life and other people's lives. So I think that I had no idea the plan for him when I first got him. So I think that looking back, that probably was the happiest day of my life.
Oh, wow. And when we start this passion of horses, when did it start out?
Oh my goodness. When I was little.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was itty bitty, and it just kind of stuck. And that's what horses do. They stick in your mind, and the feeling that they allow you to have, they give you permission to feel without judgment and without fear. So yeah, when I was very, very small, and it just kind of stuck.
And when you start your business regarding that, connected with horses, when did you start it out?
So I've been doing a lot of stuff, you know, how a lot of entrepreneurs start out freelancing for a long time. But I first started my business in late 2019. And that was when I published my first children's book. And I said, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to help other horse businesses. And it wasn't until late last year that I left my my 9-to-5 and said, you know, I want to do this full time.
I see. Good one. Very good. Next question. You got the moves. Okay. Define yourself in a season of the year and why.
Fall, because my birthday is in the fall. And the fall is when things start to kind of mellow out. I feel like I'm kind of a mellower person, and things are starting to change, but they're still beautiful, you know? We're getting less greens and blues, and we're getting more oranges and reds and yellows. And it just represents a season of kind of shedding off the old, and then preparing for the new. So I love fall.
Me too. It's my favorite season for sure. And my birthday as well is the fall. My birthday is November.
Mine is October.
All right. Are you Scorpio? End of October?
No, Libra.
Libra. Oh, beginning of October.
Yeah.
My dad is Libra as well. My dad's 8th of October.
Yeah, that's cool.
Next question. Right, before the next question, tell me a little bit about your children's book.
Yeah, so I've written almost 3. The third one's coming out, or well, it's available for pre-order now, but the children's book series is called Cowgirl Cameron. And so Cowgirl Cameron is a little girl. She's got a whole herd of animals, and she is here to teach children how to take care of animals, how to be good stewards to the environment, and how to be compassionate individuals. And so I started writing this children's book to get to the beginning. You know, people say, oh, you know, we need more compassionate adults. We need people who care about the environment, who believe in climate change. All of those things. Well, we need to start talking about that stuff when kids are young, so that they understand and have this lens of focus as they grow up, so they know where their food comes from. They know how animals contribute to the environment. They know the importance of rainforests and things like that. You know, we have to start at a very young age. So that is what Cowgirl Cameron is here for.
And what was the biggest inspiration for you to start writing the book?
I mean, the biggest inspiration is seeing kids kind of light up when they see animals, you know. A lot of times kids can have a wall because they've learned to, you know, they need to protect themselves when they're, you know, sharing their feelings and stuff like that when interacting with adults. And with animals, that wall is not there, you know. They know that animal is not going to judge them. They know that they're going to listen, and they have that nonverbal communication. So, you know, their ears are up. They're like, oh, they're paying attention to me. I'm interesting, you know. And it just teaches kids that, you know, you can share space with this being, and you are still valuable. You are valuable. There's no need to be afraid, things like that.
Very good, very good. Next question is, what bores you?
Oh, what bores me? A lot of things. What bores me is really doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that is honestly why I really decided to leave my 9 to 5. As an entrepreneur, as a freelancer, I'm able to change it up. No 2 days look the same. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing for some people, but it keeps me engaged and it keeps me on my toes. And so, yeah, I don't like doing the same thing over and over and over.
I'm sure if your new business, I'm sure there are so many things, different things happening every day for sure. There's always a challenge for sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it makes it exciting for sure as well.
Yeah.
Next question for you, Abriana. Let's do it. Next question for you is, what is your idea of a perfect day?
A perfect day is being able to wake up and do whatever I want to do for that day. I have no obligations, no nothing. So I can go and breakfast and ride my horse and lounge around and just hang out and eat. Eat good food. I like doing that too. So that would be included in my perfect day.
Very good, very good. Next question. Before the next question, what's the most challenging part of living in your city, and what's the best part of living there?
The most challenging part of where I live right now is that I live near an Air Force base. So there are planes and jets flying all the time. And I'm like, are we at war or what? Like, what's happening? But they're just practicing or whatever. That's the most challenging part. But the best part about it is that, I've only been in this city for 3 months and I have found a kind of sense of community. I was trying my best not to move here and be a hermit. So I found some nonprofits to work with. I've connected with some people. And so just, connecting with local people and being able to see kind of the depth of the community.
Very good. Very good. Right, next question is, what's the most beautiful thing somebody has ever done for you?
The most beautiful thing someone has ever done for me. So my friend, I don't have it in here. My friend got me a crochet doll made of Cowgirl Cameron, my children's book character. And so she gave it to me and I cried. Because I never envisioned it to be a doll, And that just made so many more ideas pop up that, what's possible for this character. So, that was the most beautiful thing. And after that, I had the lady who made it, I had her make all the characters. So I have all of them in crochet doll form, and so the kids, when I read to them, they can play with them and stuff.
And what's the biggest connection between you and the main character of the book?
I like to say she's like a little version of me. She's like the version of me that would have existed if my parents let me have all the animals that I asked for. So, she's kind of a smaller version of me, and, has all the audacity, has all the bravery and the courage and the resources and the know-how. Like, she's just one little package of just amazing.
Very good. Very good. Next one. Start following you now. How long did you start since the moment when you had the idea, of writing the book until it got published? How long it was the whole journey?
So for the first 2 books, it only took about 2 months. I published them August of 2019 and, started working on them like that previous summer. Mm-hmm. For this 3rd book, A to Z with Cowgirl Cameron. It's an alphabet book. And that has taken me over a year. So, the last ones were 2019 and these are coming late 2021. So I write them and I illustrate them. And like you said, a lot of times during the pandemic, I just was not feeling, inspired. And I don't want to work on this project that's so important to me when I'm not inspired, because I feel like it wouldn't be my best work. Absolutely. So it took a long time for me to, reignite that flame and kind of get it going and prioritize that. So now it's coming to fruition.
Good. Next question is, if you could be a character in a movie, who that would be and why?
I would be the little sister on Black Panther. I can't remember her name.
Right. Oh, yes. I don't remember her name either. I love the movie, by the way. Oh, my God. Movie. Oh, I don't remember.
So good. I can't remember her name, amazing. But she's amazing. Yeah, she's a genius. She's so smart. And she creates resources for people. So that is kind of what I like to do. And that is who I would be.
Wow, yes, true. Oh my God, yes, I love her. I remember her, like, very smart, very clever. She was, like, her touch was in everything, very clever. I remember. Good one, very good. Next question for you. Next question for you is, if you could go back in time, in one moment, memory in your life, what that would be and why?
So I'm not entirely sure what the time is or the memory was, but I feel like, going to therapy and understanding your inner child, I understand now that there was at one point where I felt like I was not enough, and the things that I produced was not enough, and I'm just not doing enough. And so that kind of led me to grow up in this kind of, overproductive, overworking, like always having to do something mode. And whatever that time was, I would want to go back to that and just tell myself, like, no, like whoever said that to you or whoever made you feel that way, they probably didn't mean it that way, but children internalize anything. So I would just reassure myself, and say, like, you are doing great. You're doing amazing things. You have an amazing mind and you can make things happen. You are doing enough. That's where I would go.
Very good. Oh, wow. Amazing. Ready for another one?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right, before the next question, and what's the most challenging part of your business so far, in your opinion?
The most challenging part is helping people understand the possibilities. A lot of times they don't understand what's possible because they haven't seen it. I haven't seen someone doing exactly what I want to do, so I have to be that example. I have to pave that way because maybe someone behind me will want to do it. But for a lot of business owners, they think, oh, this is not going to work because I have not seen it work. And that's not always the case. So having those kinds of mindset shifts and removing those blocks, that's the most challenging thing. And once we get past that, that's when all the fun happens.
Great. Okay, next question is, what is something not many people know about you?
A lot of people don't know that I was a cheerleader growing up. Like I cheered a lot. Like when I was young, like 5 or 6, I was on a cheerleading team, and all the way through, I mean, you don't cheerlead in elementary school, but middle school and high school, I was a cheerleader. I was captain. So like, dancing and routines and stuff like that. Like I love it. Like I grew up doing that. So yeah.
Very good. Good. Do you have siblings as well?
I do. I have a little brother and 2 older sisters.
Good. Great. Next question for you, Sabrina. Let's do it. Right. next one is, do you consider yourself a spiritual person, and how?
Yes, I do consider myself a spiritual person. I've been doing a lot more research into mindset, mindfulness, more recently human design, and just understanding how we naturally operate. And this comes from trying to find a sense of alignment and progress in kind of the things that I'm doing, and helping other people do that too. So I do consider myself more spiritual than not.
Great. I have 3 questions left for you.
Okay.
Let's do it. You were talking about horses. I had a guest on the show, we did the interview last year, I think, and this gentleman, he was doing some social work, and it was like he was helping children with people in hospice. That there's something that I think people, they don't know about. They don't connect hospice with children. And he was telling about, and he was saying that there was some activity with horses that they took their children to heal, like to help them to heal when they were hiding the horse. And he was telling me that the horse knew it, that was a special child on there, hiding them. He said, William, they knew it, the horse, they knew it, that was because the way they were behaving, the way they were standing from the children were coming. And it was so powerful. He said, I got goosebumps now just talking about it. He said, really, it was so powerful to see, because the energy, the horse, they knew exactly what was happening there, why their children was there for. I felt so fascinated when he was explaining that. I was like, wow, because you don't talk every day about the things, or you don't know actually. When he said as well, I said, really, I even didn't know about that until I got into it, until I was doing some research, and I thought very interesting. So when you say about the connection with horses, straight away, this came to my mind, straight away.
Yeah.
Next question is, what question you would like to be asked?
Oh, what question would I like to be asked? What do you want to be when you grew up?
I have this question in the magic box, actually.
Oh.
And what would be your answer?
My answer would be a veterinarian.
Of course.
Yes. That's still on my list. I'm not grown up all the way yet. So one day.
Good. Very good. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Next question for you is, okay, that's gonna be, let's see. I'm very curious about your answer now. Are you a cat or a dog person? And if you could be an animal, which one would be and why?
So I'm a dog person, honestly. I have had cats and I do like them, but I would choose a dog first. And if I could be an animal, I honestly, that's so funny because I just said I was a dog person. The animal that I always said growing up was a tiger. And I don't even really know. I just like how big and powerful and kind of camouflage they can be in the jungle. I just like how big they are, and just, I don't know. Yeah.
They're strong and beautiful. They have this.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Good. Ready for the last one?
I am.
Let's do it. Last question. Let's go for the last question, Abriana. Last question is, do you have any pet peeves?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
I mean, I'm not going to rattle off the whole list, but chewing with your mouth open, leaving if I hate when people point out something on the floor, hey, there's a piece of paper on the floor, and then they don't pick it up. It's like,
I see.
what are you doing? And then I hate when people litter. Again, the whole, throwing things out when they're not supposed to be. Yeah, those are just a few.
We all have those that we cannot stand, can we? It's always difficult to get over it.
Yes.
Abriana, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? So I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind, okay? Quick thinking.
Okay.
Let's start with politics.
Politics. Ew.
Love.
Love. Accessible.
Family.
Big.
Money.
Ooh, kind of scary.
Life.
Enjoyable.
Sex.
Necessary.
Religion.
Not necessary.
Fear.
It's subjective.
Friendship.
Valuable.
Desire.
Emotion.
Like that. Regrets.
First word. I don't even have any words coming. Hold on. Regret. Unfortunate.
Okay. Success.
Also can be scary.
Happiness.
Attainable.
I like these words. Attainable. I like it. Wish.
Wish. Dream.
Okay. And if I tell you now, horses, one word.
Favorite. I don't know.
Right. And if I tell you, black unicorn creative, one word.
Amazing.
Ooh. And the last one now, United States of America.
I'm trying to put this into one word. Divided.
Okay. Right, let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friends for a cup of tea, and I'm going to ask your best friends, tell me the most beautiful thing about Abriana, and tell me something that she needs to improve on. What do you think your best friend will tell me?
I think she would say that she is always willing to help and lend a helping hand or lend resources, share information. But something she needs to work on is not taking over everything and trying to be in control.
Good one. Are you doing some work in progress regarding that?
Yes. I am working on that. Yes.
Good. Right, let's play now Abriana and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time.
Okay.
Okay, Abriana, you can ask me a question now.
What has been your favorite interview?
This one.
Of course. Good answer.
I believe that I think every interview, I think they are special somehow. I've been doing already since last year, and I've done already like almost 400 people around the world. And it's so interesting, Abriana, because everyone leaves a message. Everyone leaves something that is going to connect with someone who will be watching in the future. And I believe that people around the planet, they are so interesting. They have so much to share. They have so much to share, like some places that people never thought about, and some people watching the show, they can kind of connect with those people as well, because they can, through challenge time, when they share challenging times or happiness or positivity or moments in their lives. And people from the other side who's watching, they connect with these people somehow. And I think that's the most fascinating thing about the project. It's about connecting with people, and you can see that we are not alone out there. Sometimes when we go through, let's say, tough times, we tend to think that we are lonely in this moment. But there's always someone from another part as well. They are facing the same problem, or they are faced the past. You know what I mean? And I think it's so nice to kind of share and see things that, because people they feel that they're not alone, that there are people as well, and they feel more comfort somehow knowing that. So I believe every interview is fascinating. Every interview it's just always brings some joy. There's always I'm so lucky and fortunate that I always learn something new. I always learn something that's interesting from the other side. So yeah, that's my answer to you. That's for sure. Besides our conversation, yeah, this one is my favorite.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time, Abriana?
I did. I love this. I love what you are doing, and I can't wait to watch more.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time and to share this moment with me as well. And before you go, if you don't mind to share a positive message, a positive quote, something that inspires your life.
Yes. One of the things that I have come to understand about myself and other people is that you have all of the resources, all of the knowledge, the ideas. You have everything that you need inside of you. A lot of times we, look outside of ourselves for validation, for inspiration, for execution, and you were born with everything that you need to create the life, to create the vision, to execute the dreams that you desire. Is just, harnessing that internal energy and putting it towards a plan to get to those dreams. It's just so important to understand that you have everything that you need. You just have to put it into action.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Thanks for the interview. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay, all the best. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show, and I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.